All right. So welcome to the first episode of Let's Talk About It.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. What you got on your mind? How was your day today?
That was good.
It was good?
Yeah.
How was your day today, Don?
Yeah, my day was alright. It was a day.
It was a day?
It was good though.
Oh, let me bring it back one time for introductions.
Alright.
It's my homegirl, Nikki. You know what I'm saying? It's my homeboy, Don Bellamy. You know what I'm saying? It's my co-host, Dwight.
What's up, y'all?
You know what I'm saying? So, let's get into it, though. How was your day, you said? How did you get here? Let's start it off like that. How did you get here? How did you get here?
I got here by, first off, I called this nigga Kim.
Mm-hmm.
He FaceTimed me.
Okay.
And then I seen all my peoples in the background, and y'all seen I was in the line. And I say, you know what? I'm pulling up. I'm coming outside.
Nigga outside too.
Okay.
In the stormy weather.
In the stormy
Look at
weather.
the storm. Look at the storm, man. It means something, man.
All the way from the valley.
It is a little bit of a
man.
blizzard outside. How'd you get here, Dwight?
Oh man, thank you for asking, man. Kim called me, said, "Yo, Tay over here, man, about to get this shit popping." I said, "Word, man. Well, let me, intercourse with the wife and let her know what I'm about to do, so I don't get cussed out later on when I get back to the crib." So I said, "Man, I gotta get over here, man." Don B, same energy. I was trying to work over it. Shorty said she gotta take a shot. I said, "I don't wait," so I waited till she had to finish. But she said, "I'm finished." I said, "I'm out." Once I got over here, I looked over here, I said, "What the hell is this?" It's like Broadway right here.
Appreciation.
It's Broadway right here, man. Bright lights. Big city.
You gonna make something happen.
And all of us in here, Nick, Don B, Kim, and you, that's the big dream right here. What's up, y'all?
So I got a friend, DJ Envy. He's not actually a DJ that I know of, but he's an engineer. But he got a little saying that he like to say.
What's that?
We working!
We working, baby. We working. I like that.
I like that too.
I like that. I got one up. I got one I use. Mine's called Living and Giving.
Mm.
You know what I mean? You keep living and keep giving.
Where did that come from? How did you come up with that?
Man, I'm a slogan guy, man. I just be making shit up off the fly. But, in my life, I go through certain things. And I know when I go through it,
Where were you when you came up with that?
shit. I was at work.
You was at work?
And I was going through some things.
What's your job?
I be driving, I drive a truck for a moving company, do junk and moving called College Hunks. I work with College Hunks.
Okay.
I just drive all the trucks in the morning, get everybody where they gotta go. OG, just sit back and do that. But I don't do that. I just get up and go to work and have a day. Just have a day. Once I wake up, God wake me up, that's what it is. I take on what goes on during the day. I don't say I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. As soon as God wake me up, wake up. Good morning, America, and just go.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. I don't plan nothing. When something happened, I was on the fly. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I just try to just have a good day. And like I said, when I came up with that slogan, I was mentally going through something. And as I was going through it, I was like, you know what? I gotta keep living. And I can't stop being me. If I'm giving, I gotta continue to give.
What do you feel? Is there anything that you feel like? What's your stress throughout the day? Or what do you do that motivates you to just, you know what I'm saying? Because obviously, when we go through things in life, it gets us down.
Mm-hmm.
And then some people, when they do things for a while, they're like, I'm bored. They lose that passion. You know what I'm saying?
got one.
That drive. What keeps you going? What motivates you?
Mine is, I don't have no parents. So I just go what they taught me. And once I get down, I just think about them. I said, man, they don't want me to do this. But I just keep going.
Okay.
Just keep going. I mean, I get down and then mentally thinking about them, but I know that's not what they want for me to do, sitting inside and shit. So my mother wasn't like that.
You got for a love.
Yeah, I love, me, it's crazy. I love everything, man. Everyone, person. I just love, man. I guess that's the way I was raised. You know what I mean? My mother taught me all mannerism, respect. You know what I mean? Speak when you're spoken to. You know what I mean? Don't be out here being all negative. But once she left, that's when I went into all my negative things and I had to get up out of all that shit to get back to where I'm at today.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And when you doing that without no parents, like you can't, yo, mom, what up?
How old were you? Not to cut you off. How old were you when that happened?
It was like 26.
Okay.
I'm 55.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, you know, when you go through those things in life, man, it'll settle you. You know what I mean? You go through the stress part, them not being there. And that part right there, having that I don't give a fuck attitude, that shit landed me in jail.
How did you pivot though? That's what I was gonna ask. How did you deal with that stress? So you did that energy. You didn't really. You crashed out.
I had a gift. I had a gift that I didn't follow. I used to play ball.
Okay.
So right after I got out of, I played college ball. You know, when you get that money. And the
What college did you go to?
I went down to Mercer.
Okay.
And then when I came, my mother died because she got me into the school.
Mm-hmm.
I came back up here and went to Norwalk Tech. And I played with a lot of good players at Norwalk Tech, so I played like 1 year there. Once I got there and I was dominating, because I was playing with kids. I was like 25. I was like, man, I'm out of here. I took that 3,200. You know how if you go for financial aid, they give you the money, first semester, second semester. I got like 3,200. I was in the Bronx. As soon as I got that check, I was in the Bronx getting dope.
So what did you go to college for? I know you were playing ball. That seems to be the highlight.
Yeah, but I see that was just the thing. I ain't had no major.
So you were going to college to play ball?
Just to play ball. I ain't had no major. You know, I was just doing grades, just good enough to play, to pass the play. That's it. You know what I mean? And then, you know, my coach was telling me, he was like, yo, you gotta get a major. So I didn't really have one, but I was gonna go into communications.
Okay.
I was gonna do some sports communication, like, you know, anything that had to involve with sports, where you could be a sports agent, or you know how these dudes be in high school, the way they be what they call them, the sports director, athletic director.
Yeah.
I would have probably doing something like that, but I ain't never finished that. I never finished. So
you didn't finish college?
Nah, I didn't. I ended up going to jail after that. First
so you
time
went to jail while you were going to college, or
nah? Right after. See, when
did you take a break?
Nah, right when I got the money and I was hustling. That's when I got popped in the summer. I got popped in that summer. I got popped with
you got.
I got popped with like
summer break.
450 bags of heroin in Norwalk in Winter Court. First time ever. First time.
He was fresh off the porch, pushing like the plug.
But I was around it to know, you know what I mean? You know, when you balling, them hood niggas gonna look out for you. Nah, you can't do that, you can't do that, you can't do that. And give you money every type of way how you could get it. I said, nah, fuck that, I want my own. So after that, I got into the game, got knocked, did my little bag. In between, my aunts passed away, father.
While you were in jail?
Yeah. So then when I came home, I just tightened up. Then I ended up going back. I violated.
How did you violate?
As soon as I got off my stimulations, I went out in the projects. This dude was beefing with a girl, put a Ruger out on her. I jumped in my man car.
What year was this? This was give more context.
98.
Okay.
98.
Okay.
And,
late 90s.
Jumped in the car with my boy, who I got into school, got him on the team. When I went in, did my time, I came home. He was hustling, and he was selling dust. So when I got off my paperwork, I was like, yeah, I could go out. I went out down. I was sauce. We all in the projects. Guess this bitch was trying to diss this dude. He pulled a Ruger out on her. The shit was going like this. I saw that shit. I jumped in my man car. Cops followed him. And I live right in back of the projects. When they pulled us over, had the guns out and shit. My man, he ain't stick up for his shit. So as we coming out, the police pulling us over, he like, yo, I'm dirty. I was like, what? I was like, oh, man. So I was like, yo, let me get it. So I took it.
Oh, no, nigga, no.
No, listen, I'm in the car with him, though. Listen, this is real. I'm in the car with him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm doing everything.
Oh, like he had guns and the drugs.
Nah, he ain't had no guns. He just had money and drugs.
So you took the drugs instead of the money?
Nah, I didn't know the money was in there. So when he took, the dust was sitting in the carton like this. So as the police in back of us, I took it, tried to stash it. So once I threw it up there, it didn't drop. And the police came and pulled us over. And so they asked us what our name was, pulled us out the car. When we couldn't find it, got a dog, and the dog sniffed the dust out. It was like 16 bags of dust. And when they opened up the glove compartment, he had money in there. I didn't even know. He had like $1,800 sitting up in there in cash. I'm like, damn. So money, you know, this is me. I'm trying to give out a fake name, and they already knew who I was from balling. They already knew who I was. So I had to go back. I had to go back for like a year. I had to stay a year. And when I got arrested, my bond was already $100,000. So my bond was already $100,000. So I had to sit. And lucky,
100,000 plus what your new charge was.
But let me tell you how God worked out. Let me tell you how God worked. So now, as you know, back then it used to be a police station. It was uptown. So if you was in you caught a charge, you sitting all the way to the weekend.
Yeah.
So when the weekend came, right was over, they brought us to the courthouse. And when I was going through what I was going through, it was this prosecutor that I knew from high school, and he knew me when I was going through what I was going through. And he was like, yo, you gonna get through it. That same day, this motherfucker walked by, he saw me, doubled back like this. He's like, yo, D. I looked, it was him. He said, yo, what the fuck? How you get back in here? Lucky my code D was right in there. We was both in there. I was like, well, he'll tell you what's going on. So once we got in front of the court, I was already stickered, so I wasn't going nowhere. He ended up getting out. So I had to sit until he told me he came down. He said, yo. Yeah, he said, yo, I'm going to wait till your bond get reduced. So I had to wait for 6 months till my bond get reduced.
90 days for that reduction.
Yep.
Yeah, I know.
I had to sit in there until my bond got reduced. And when he
I'm sorry, you said it was in 98, right?
Yeah.
It's the same date in 2024.
This is crazy.
90 days.
So once we got up there, he spoke for me. He like, yo, I know this guy. You know what I mean? I know him from high school. He just got out of jail. My bond was $100,000. This motherfucker got it down to $1,000. I got out for $100. I ain't never go back. Never. Never. Every time I see him, I always gave it up for him. Once I got out.
Yeah, I was solid because a lot of people went double back. They ain't giving up a band.
That shit.
In 98, a band is a lot of fucking money.
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money to get locked up right now.
Right. That's a lot of money right now.
Right now.
I had my daughter. She had a hole in her heart at the time. So after that, I was good. I just shut that shit down.
That shit cut?
This one right here.
Alright, you gotta chop that.
I was like, yo, I get that shit up, man. So you know.
Oh, we gotta give it up.
I don't knock niggas for hustling, but today's day, to be hustling now, back then, it wasn't so much telecommunication, but now, oh man, they got phones, camera, we have beepers and shit, but they know how to trace beepers, but by then,
Plus it's good kids,
all day. By then, man, it was crazy, so I advise y'all, man, y'all get y'all money, be safe, man. You know, I don't knock the hustle. I'm from that era, Jay-Z, don't knock the hustle. Y'all gotta be careful, man. Get a different scheme. It's out here for y'all to get. I'm out here trying to learn y'all ways. Digital money. That's what I'm trying to get.
If you ain't get out, there ain't no pension in crime.
For real. No,
No
not the
matter how
hustle,
hard
man.
you hustling, no matter who you put on, there ain't no pension and crime.
Appreciate you allowing me to elaborate on that story, man.
Absolutely.
And after that, though, I ended up coaching them.
Okay.
I
What
coached
sport?
at West Hill.
What sport?
Basketball.
Okay.
Coached there from 2015 to 2000 COVID year. COVID
Okay.
year was my last year when my wife got sick.
How did you work through COVID? You said your wife got sick as well? So how did you deal with that and work through COVID? It was a hard time for a lot of people.
It's crazy. COVID was crazy. Working through COVID, I was working at this hospital in New Canaan called Silver Hills.
Mm-hmm.
And
How'd you get that job? You went from coaching to working at a hospital? That's a
yeah, I
big
was
change.
doing both of them.
Oh, at the same time?
Just
Yeah.
fighting my record. The shit is on my record.
Mhm.
Went in there and talked. Every time I went, I did job interviews. I put will explain an interview. And it's crazy. Like most of the time, the white people want to hear this story because they can't fathom to even live that type of life. When I got this job, the dude asked me, he like, why are you here? And he wanted to know. I said, yo, I'm not gonna say a lie, man. I got busted with this is that, this is that. He said, you believe a second chance? I said, you want to give me one? I said, I ain't gonna sit here and tell you. I'll show you. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna show you. I'm gonna show myself first. But I can show you though that I'm the guy for this job. You know what I mean? And he gave it to me. I've been there since. You know what I mean?
So that wasn't just a job.
Nah, it wasn't.
That was about proving to yourself,
Yeah.
to your family.
Definitely my family, man. Definitely my family, yeah. Definitely
How did it
my family.
feel? You said you was in jail, so you already had kids when you were in jail,
Yeah, man.
right?
Yeah.
So how did that feel when you were away? How old were they?
They were young too. They were young back then. They grown now. My kids,
I'm 30.
I got 2 30-year-olds.
Wow.
I got 10 kids.
You got 10 kids? Nick Cannon on them, okay.
I got 10 kids. I got 7 boys and 3 girls and 3 grandkids.
Okay.
5 baby moms.
I got
Out there
4.
wilding.
I got 4. I ain't
Listen,
wilding like...
when my mom's died, passed away, I was out there not a care. It wasn't not a care, it was that we had our love.
You were looking for love. You were looking for family. You were trying to create home. I understand that.
Bouncing around with different things. And my kids, I got kids got different talent, Chinese, black.
How many kids did you have before you went to jail?
My oldest is 35. So I had him and my 2 30-year-olds. I had 2 boys, I had 2 30-year-olds the same year. I had 2 chicks pregnant the same year. And that's torture. That's some motherfucking torture, man.
When you came home from jail, did they find out before you went to jail or after?
Nah, they all knew.
They all knew.
Yeah, they all knew.
So everything was always somewhat not kosher, but
they all knew how I had this one right here, I had this one right here.
oh, so even before they was okay. All right, so everybody was kosher.
When you a balling nigga, man, that name, man, it's like I was balling, selling drugs, and it's different. Back then it was different, and I wasn't a loud guy with it though. You know what I mean? I was just over here with it, over here with it.
You was like a master thief. I see you.
A little bit. Ain't nothing to brag about though, man. We're convicts, man.
It's never worth it.
Protect yourself, man. And I'm gonna tell y'all, this is something I learned. For me, brother with 10 kids, I'm a brother broken to all those families. I'm supposed to be one dude for one family. You know what I mean? And you miss some time with your kids. You gotta. But one thing, I was gonna write a book. I was gonna write a book called 100 Places at One Time. That's the way you gotta be. You still gotta be that way. Conference. Got 3 conferences in one day. Gotta make them all. Just playing sports. Gotta make them all. still gotta move. You had them like that, you gotta move like that. And I was trying, and I was exhausted. They grown now, but you know, thank God, man. Give it to God, man. For real. My mom and them, I had to give it to him. He gave me the sign for the understanding for me to sit here and tell you this thing. You know what I mean? But God, put God in your life, man, and make it a whole bunch of easy, make it easier, man. When you get that true understanding of who you are, you can accomplish and defeat everything with your belief system, your faith. Not just with the bullshit out here, stuff like selling drugs, because you know that's against all laws that we live by. You live by your commandments, you can accomplish anything. So God be ready to accept you too.
I agree. But just to bring it back once. So before you went in, you had 3 kids. Yes. After you
4.
Yeah, 4. Okay.
But I just had my daughter.
So you had 4 kids before you went in the first time. When you came home, did you build?
I had another son.
You had one more child. Okay.
Matter of fact, when I was locked up, I had a son.
So while you were still in jail, you had another child. So that was with the CO, or that was with somebody that you had relations with?
Nah, somebody.
Before time.
Nah, I was no relation. Somebody I had relations with.
Before you went to jail.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when I came home,
so you
I
had
got married.
4. So you had 4, but you really had 5.
Yeah, we got 5.
You know what I'm saying? Because you had one on the way, and it was okay. Okay. So then, and you said you got married. Are you still with that married one? Okay. And you have so the rest of them are by her.
I got 5 by her. 5 by my wife.
Okay. So she was the 5th. So you got 10 kids?
I cheated on my wife with all the rest.
I'll get ready to say now because I'm like the math ain't
But my oldest one already had.
Yeah.
Already had it.
Yeah.
My other 2 ones, they was already out. My son Daytwan and my son Keyshawn. They both the same age. One I had in May, and one I had in September.
Yeah.
And the one I had in September by my wife. The one I had before was by somebody else.
Okay, so, all right, so then that makes sense. Okay. I was trying to you know what I'm saying?
Math it out, yeah.
I was mathing the math.
Because you know, we all know.
I was trying to get the breakdown, so when I'm trying to figure out when did we continue having. That was going to be my follow-up question. Did you build with anybody when you came home from jail? Anybody?
It's crazy.
So you said you made a wife with the last one when you came home from jail with. How did, and not to say that it was just pick and choose, but somewhat, how did you end up with that one of your baby mothers instead of the other 4?
It's crazy, boy. Here, son, I was with them all.
You was with, so you was cheating, so that's when you were cheating on your wife?
Nah, yeah, after, when we split, we had split.
Okay.
So when we split,
so break.
Yeah, we broke. When I left, when I got off my shit, I just left because of my situation.
Were they official relationships, or were you just filling in the roles and just trying shit?
I love women. I was with them all.
Okay. Okay.
I was with this one. I was with this one. With this one. You know, who said humping around? Who made that song? Old School humping around. That's what it was. But it was so crazy. It's so crazy though.
The same maternal phase and everything.
I still had that relations with all of them. They wouldn't let me go.
So what is the age gap between your kids? The first 5.
I'm gonna give you all the 5. My 5 by my wife, they're 2 years apart.
Okay.
And then I got 2 of them almost in the same age bracket. My daughter and my son I was telling you about, Keyshawn.
Yeah, they're the same year you said, right?
And then I got 2 sons by a Chinese joint. They like 2 years apart. They like it's like 2 years, like his birthday in November and his in January the following year. You know what I'm saying?
How did that relationship start?
Oh man, yo. You know when you moving around, like, what's up, baby? How you doing?
Where did you meet her?
I don't even remember, man. I ain't gonna lie. I never together. And it's crazy though. I was with her for a while too because You know,
What was that like?
It's crazy, man.
Did you learn anything about her?
Oh, did I? You gotta learn. That's the most important thing. Let's go to you.
So that's what I was like. You met her family. I'm very interested when you said that. I was like, oh shit. Because, and then you went to jail. How did her family react? How did they interact with you?
Shit, when I came home, I TS to the crib, to her house.
Straight there. And you said you had a relation with her after.
We ended up getting married.
You married the Chinese one?
No, nah. Let me tell you, right after I broke up with my, split from my wife, I ended up staying with her.
Shit.
And we the one we built. I got 2 kids by her, so we built. So I was with her.
Got 2 kids by the Chinese joke.
Yeah.
Oh.
So we was, we had a little thing going on. And I just wasn't on my feet with shit, and then we ended up splitting. And after that, I was in the midst. As I'm in the midst, I said, you know what, man? I was already fucking up with my wife.
Which one?
I only got 1 wife. I only got the one I got 5 kids by.
Oh, okay.
So I'm with her, and as I'm trying to go through this.
So is she like she's your first wife?
She's the first, yeah.
And in the Chinese,
I only got one. She's the first and only.
Okay.
Yeah, she's the first and only.
There's no second.
Nah, I don't put
just
nobody.
white fees, the hood version.
Yeah, but she's the main.
Yeah.
And I cheated on her with all these other ones, and after I cheated on her, I was with each and every one of them. And to make the story worse, it's always.
She was cool.
Nah, just hit. Y'all ready? It's cousins. They all cousins.
Wait,
So all 5 of them cousins?
3.
Ask the question.
3 of them
Ask
cousins?
the question. How about that?
Which 3 are cousins? Your wife is Chinese too?
No, my wife's not Chinese. My wife. Well, hold on, like this. My first son. Listen, my first son. My first son's mother, my wife, and my last son. My last son, they're all cousins. They're trying to find out. I was just telling Kim about it today, right?
What are their ethnicity?
Italian and black.
You got niggas and Italians.
Italianos.
Italiana.
Black Italianos.
I got one too.
Okay. 3 of them. Cousins.
5 of them. Yeah, 5 of them. Let me hold. 1, 2, 3,
But you
4,
got
5.
How many baby mothers? You got 5 baby mothers, right? So out of the 5, 3 of them are cousins.
Yeah.
So 3 of them are Italian. How does that work at the family barbecue? Do Italians have family barbecue?
Yeah, they do. I'm keeping it a buck. Back in the days, I didn't go to none of them. Now,
You ain't going to none of the barbecue, you just let all the kids and everybody just play.
I couldn't see myself there. Come on, man.
Yeah, fuck around, get jumped.
On the low though, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Don Corleone.
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I probably
He was the head of the 5 families, literally.
On the low though, right now everything is peace though, man. Thank God, you know what I mean? They, I don't know how far they get along, but I teach my wife.
Nigga, you still ain't involved?
Yeah, I'm involved. That time.
Not at the family barbecue stuff.
Oh, I just stay low down. What up, yo?
Yeah.
What's good?
That's beautiful.
Yeah,
How's your relationship with each of them now?
Oh man, don't fuck with me.
Oh damn. Well,
they still. I'm gonna tell you, man.
It's understandable.
What I learned from them and what I go through with them, it's something inside of them still. I just feel that for them not being those some relationship. Cause they older now, the kids is older.
It's about I don't want what I can't have.
Let me get some of that. All right?
I
Because
understand.
when you get past it and you're like, man, fuck that shit. I just want the respect. I just want the love and respect that you got for me so I can know what's going on with my kid.
Can I ask you a question as a person, not as a husband, so you don't get in trouble as a
After
husband?
that, I don't get in trouble.
You know what I'm saying? As a person that has built life with somebody else, you know what I'm saying? Even as that life is continuing life, and you know what I'm saying? Does it feel odd not to interact or talk with them at all?
Hell yeah. I be mad. I learn a
Do
lot
you
from
wish
this.
I could just be friends? Very
Yo,
least?
son, that's all I want to do. That's all I want to do. And I've been in every situation to try to do it with him. Even when my oldest son, like my grandmother passed away, right?
And it's like you can't even talk to the person.
I went to
shit.
My son took me up there. You know what I mean? He got, she went and had other kids down and shit. So we got our grandkids together. You know what I mean? So as we up there and shit, I was telling Kim about it. And who she goes with now is, their family know me since I was small. So we in South Carolina. I'm right there with my grandkids and shit. So they talking about all the shit I used to do when I was small. They said I was a bad motherfucker in the projects. I said, all right, no. So as they talking, she just bust out and said, I hate him. Everybody looked around and shit was like, I had to catch that like this. When she threw it in the air, I had to catch that. Like, nah, he's young, Dolores. Come on. I mean, it's like 18, 19, 20 and shit.
And how old y'all was, you said?
I had my first son when I was like 18, 19.
So you was young. I'm saying, how old was you when she said that?
Oh, this is probably like my grandmother passed away like 3 years ago.
Okay. Oh,
It's
damn.
like
So it's been like, they're like 30 years, 40 years. Okay.
So she like, I don't pay that no mind, man. I try to show love, man.
Did you ever apologize to any of these
you got to take accountability for your action in order to be who you're going to be.
Accountability is one thing, but did you give them
They don't want it.
closure?
They don't want it. That's the thing. That's another thing we was talking about.
Because do you think if you would have gave some of them closure on their relationships with you, that you could have built a relationship on friendship?
So crazy. I just feel like they still butt hurt.
Just butthurt?
My actions got them hurt. Where they could go lean on another nigga.
Well, I understand that and I was gonna say, in hindsight, don't get me wrong, that may be a lot of guys' prerogative. You know what I'm saying? But in hindsight, even when you talk about the story, even to me, as you're with the one wife, damn, you had 3 of her cousins, and then you got them all. Not just had 3 of her cousins, you had a family with 3 of her cousins. They all at the barbecue together, nigga.
Really,
you didn't show up to the barbecue, nigga.
They really had the
I was like, damn,
really.
you a different level of G, nigga. I was like, gosh, nigga, the definition of P.
Respect is everything, like you said.
But in hindsight, on another angle, that's like the greatest disrespect any.
But you ain't telling me.
You know what I'm saying? Not saying it like that, but like when you look at it, when it's just on a raw level, it could be like a damn. That hurts a lot more now because that's like nigga. That's like my baby mother have a baby with my motherfucking cousin. I'ma whoop his ass and her ass at the time. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely get. If y'all didn't know, everybody didn't know we was cousins. That's one thing.
That's what happened.
And that's a crazy coincidence.
That's what
You didn't know. Did you know or did you not know?
I didn't know.
Okay.
3 times, nigga?
Listen, hold on, twice.
Twice. Right, twice. So that's why I'm like, yo, in the way that it's set up, when you think about it, how a lot of families are, there's certain parts of the family that, nigga, we only fuck with auntie, uncle, and we don't fuck with little Tay-Tay and them. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm alright. So we don't fuck with little Tay-Tay and them. But because we don't fuck with little Tay-Tay and them, all of them don't get the information that we had kids. So I can see how it creates a somewhat of a separate division if we all just outside in the streets and we don't connect like that. Because that's going to be based off of how family oriented is everybody.
Yo, tell me
And
this.
sometimes that only happens once every 10 fucking
You went to
years.
school out here?
I did go to school out here.
What school you went to?
I went to Reed School, I went to Baxter. I also went to, it's not a school anymore, so we ain't gonna mention it.
I was
But
gonna say,
to school.
my son went to school out here. Y'all probably, I got a son out, he went to school, but he lived down south now. He named Keyshawn.
Okay.
You know what I mean? He was born out here in Fishport. Keyshawn asked me, y'all probably know, that's my son, he lived down south. So that's why I said he went to school out 30. Yeah, that means crazy, right?
Yeah.
That's the one.
Yo, that's
Yo,
We got a soundtrack to everything going on.
Yo, real way. I said
I was like, damn.
I said we got the ending soundtrack.
Yo, listen. when we came in here, he was playing that shit. I was like, oh my god. But yeah, though, I didn't know they was cousins, and my first baby mom, she knew, but I didn't, because that's how she approached me.
She is.
Because she was like, when I
So
listen,
if
hold
she
on.
knew,
let me tell you, hold on. My first baby mom, my wife.
let me help you. Because if she knew, you need to understand that the other two, not at the time had an inkling of who the fuck you was, but knew that they was family. But because they didn't have an inkling of who you was, and you wasn't wearing it on your sleeve.
But let me tell you this stuff.
But
let me go before you go in. Let me go.
I'm not even gonna go in. I'm just
right,
like,
when I asked her,
as a player
let
now.
me tell you, right? So when I'm with, I'm already with my wife. I already been with her 6 months already.
I get
now,
that.
Listen,
It don't
now
excuse
listen.
the action.
No, hold on. It do, because let me tell you how I found out. So when I'm with her already, so kind of find out, I ain't never been to my wife. I never been to her house. And when I went up there, right, she mad as fuck. She like, motherfucker, you fucking with my cousin?
Now let me help you understand why.
See?
So look, we had a similar conversation about this earlier. You like that I picked this point. Usher make confessions. Nigga, did that make it okay?
Nah, I didn't. And he just,
That probably made it worse.
but let me tell you what Usher did. By him, like him.
See how you trying, as a nigga, you trying to find the silver lining.
I'm
in
not
some
finding.
action.
I can't. There's no.
The point is,
I would never take that route.
it's
I would
not,
never take the silver lining route.
sometimes it's not about taking account. And remember, that's what I was saying. That was the point. Sometimes it's not about you taking accountability.
Oh, I know that. I see.
The action is cut too deep.
Let me tell you something.
And sometimes it might not be immediate. It's in a, as we mature in hindsight things. That's like as you're an adult and you look back at, and you're growing up and you look back at the shit that mom and dad used to say to you or do to you and you didn't understand it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And you know what I'm saying?
That's real right there.
And it builds a certain amount of respect or animosity. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So when you look at it like that, not to say that that was your intention at the time, because when you met her, you didn't fucking know, you didn't have to know that this is her cousin.
Yeah.
This is just a small fucking world. There's not a, like, for me, you wouldn't find a lot of my cousins in Bridgeport or in Connecticut,
What
period.
was crazy about that?
But you might find a lot of my cousins in New York.
Oh, yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So when you talk about the demographic and just how it worked, it wasn't your fault. But accountability makes it your fault because you shouldn't have been doing that.
My thing is, I'm gonna take accountability for my actions.
But it's just like the hindsight cut so deep.
Yeah. But
That's why I had that question.
Hold on, that's raw though, because right, as you say that, right, I didn't know. I didn't. Like I said, I'm as deep with her already, and we walk into the crib, and she screamed.
But brother,
listen,
that's
hold
like
on. She
you
screamed.
shoot my father, and you didn't know that was my father because he was the bank robber.
But you hold on.
But I'm gonna hit your ass forever because you.
I know that, but see, I didn't know that.
I always look like you could have handled it different.
Nah, hold on, right? Check it, right? So as she did that, she already deep with somebody else and worried about what I'm doing. We already done split, shorty. Now I'm already dealing with her cousin. And as she walked by and she see me with her, I done seen her so many 100 times before then. Then she screamed, yo, you fucking with my cousin? I'ma fuck that bitch up. Just like that. And then I was like, I'm curious, like she like, so once we got in the house, I asked, I said, no, you were your cousins? And she told me, and I was like, damn. See now I'm like, damn.
But you didn't know. You didn't know.
So now look, this me. I'm
It's a hell of a coincidence, though. That's a hell of a coincidence.
I'm 6 months deep. I ain't letting her go.
I got a strong question for you now. And I could understand if you say, if it was you and your baby mother had one of them, had multiple kids, excuse me, because you, or or kids with one of your cousins, even if she didn't know, niggas look like niggas.
True.
So, you know what I'm saying?
Yo,
You can be my, like, I got cousins that look shit like me. And that's why I'm like, yo,
that's some real shit.
when even if she didn't know and he didn't know, you know what I'm saying?
Wait.
And it happened.
We're some real shit right now.
On a hindsight.
Now listen what I'm doing right now.
No. My question is, would that cut deep for you on a hindsight?
Hell yeah.
Could
Cause
you
we
see how
back.
that will fuck with
Yeah.
your mental on a
Yeah.
hindsight?
And that's why I say I take accountability because of today that shit still plays a part. Because
Now,
think about it. It plays a part today because a lot of them don't think I don't want to fuck with them. I just want to have relations. Don't come to me and be listen
You know
to this.
what?
Listen, hold on before you go in. Don't come to me and be like, oh, your son doing this, your son doing. I want to hear both sides. I want to hear what he's doing good and what he's doing bad.
I don't.
You know what I mean?
You know what? And it's so fucked up to say, but because they're all family in the dynamic, for that specific situation and dynamic, I can understand why there would be a break in communication.
Yes.
Because if I'm with this, if I'm the current baby mother out of the family with them, then I don't want you talking to her because that's my cousin.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
You know what I'm
I feel
saying? Because there's a certain respect of one, that's my fucking cousin. Then you already crossed the line,
It's crazy,
and then
right?
that's another woman.
They don't even talk.
So it's exactly, and that's what I was like, yo, because of you
Because of me.
indirectly, you created a divide in the family,
Because of me.
and
Because of me.
that type of shit can last generations, and not for nothing, not just last generations. It's gonna create new breaks in the family because this side of the family don't fuck with this side of the family. And we not gonna mention you as real fan. You know what I'm saying? Because
Hold on.
remember what we said?
Yeah.
Lack of there's gonna be a lack of
Let
information.
me help you with that. Let me help you with that too.
Yeah,
Her family, like the wife's family,
yeah.
they already don't fuck with her side of the family. Already, even before I was even in the picture.
So it already seemed like a counterattack,
Yeah.
a beef kind of thing.
But
So
they cool though, you know, family.
So can I
I'm
ask
not
you a
saying my
question?
wife. They
you see how
not
your
cool.
wife knew? Do you think that even though we 30 some odd years in the future now, do you think that maybe one, if not both of, just one, knew that he fucking with my cousin? Cause when you put it like that, then it make it seem like let's, you know, not to be on some funny shit. It sound like the inbred of clans versus
I
clans.
just gotta think. Nah, I don't think so.
You don't think so? No, you don't. So for that part, you take total responsibility and accountability. I respect that.
I can't speak for them.
Well, you're at a point of undeniability.
Yeah, I have to speak for me in order for my openness and everything I done put them through and myself, so it can be where it's at today. Because today is peace.
How is your relationship with your kids?
It's great.
That
It's
for all
great.
intents and purposes, that's what every parent would say.
Nah, it's
You know what I'm saying?
Because
But
they
now-
out on their own. Look, they're 35, 30.
Aside from
growing up.
when you say that, you know, because maybe you can call them and say, "How's your day today?"
Yeah,
When I say that, I mean, because we just said there was a divide.
yeah.
How was in the growing up and until now was the relationship between each of your kids?
It's crazy.
Because when you say it like that, for this group, stronger relationship, stronger bond.
Bond,
You gotta
yeah.
call it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So for this two or this one, you said you got two with the Asian.
On the
So-
low, believe it or not, hold on. Right now, our relationship with my two honeys, it's not. My two boys, I don't see them as much as if I was with them. When I was there, and when we broke up, it's like, I say 2011 to, that's how long it's been since I could sit here and be kicking them with them like this. And I've been reaching. yo, what's up, y'all? Get out with y'all, go out for dinner.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
More, 'cause they older
So it's not as great as you would want it
Nah,
to be.
that's-
It's a little bit
yeah.
more. Okay.
Well, I can say with my other kids, it's like that. With my
Yeah.
other kids, it's like that. But with them two, it's not like that.
Yeah, so I'm saying keep it a bean.
No,
Because this
I'm
is
always
real
gonna-
life. This is real parents.
Oh, I already
It
know.
is just like that now.
Listen, I don't be fronting about that.
Yeah.
I'm talking about with all the rest of my kids. We have relations with my son, my oldest son, on down with my father, with my wife, on down, you know, and
So now-
those two.
So when we say that, what is some? Because you got 10 kids, and that's a lot. You know what I'm saying? And then when we sit down, we poke at Nick Cannon online once in a while, but we couldn't fathom. You could fathom that, but on a different level. You know
On
what I'm saying?
all levels.
Right, on all levels.
All levels.
On all levels.
When
Well, not on all levels because we don't know how many different baby mothers he has. I don't know Nick Cannon to double up or triple up on anybody. You know,
Yeah.
quad and
Shit.
you know what I'm saying?
Think about it. She don't have to.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, but that's what I'm saying though. So the relationship level is different. You chose one that we're gonna build a home castle and then in validity have more. Right? And that's the Italian
son?
one, the Italian in black.
Yeah.
They all Italian and black in the family?
Yeah.
Are they all first cousins? How the first cousins ain't know?
Just dead.
Damn. That's good. I mean that's I love that. That's honesty. That's real.
I gotta keep it like that, cause then
Yeah.
I can't. Like I said, I'll be lying to myself, man. That's not who I am. Man. I can't lie to myself, man. And then I'll be pump faking on myself. That's not who I am. That's why I said today, like when you was asking me, ain't no future in front. All my five, listen, all my five, we kick it. My daughter, she got a grandson, and that's when we keep their bond.
To the latest 5.
Yeah. My same five, the 2 Chinese ones, it's the most least ones I have communication
Oh well, so
and relations with.
so the
Yeah, 'cause
not to say Chinese, I don't like to say that too much. So the Asians have cut you off.
Yeah.
They cutting you off. They not cut you off, but they
Yeah.
dwindled that to the.
I already know that.
Yeah.
And that's how they do.
Is that just holidays? Like they speak on holidays?
They don't even do that.
Or do they occasionally?
Believe it or not, my son- listen
what
to
is the
this, listen to
dynamic? If you don't mind me asking.
To me, when I say it like this, when we split,
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna tell you like this. I was with all of them.
Yeah.
Lived in the house, raised all of them.
All 10 of them?
All 10, I was with their baby mom. I was with their mother.
Damn.
All of them. Except my second son. My
Niggas
second.
is cheaper by the dozen for real.
So when I broke up with one, I went with the other. When I broke up with I went back to this one. When I went over here. So my last one I was with was a Chinese one. So when we broke up, it was just like, you know, it was raw breakup. It was a raw breakup.
With the Chinese, John?
Yeah, it was real raw. So when we split, the kids.
Why
had
did y'all
each other.
split?
It was more. I could say I'm gonna take accountability. It's more of me. You know what I mean?
More you?
Yeah, it's more of me. And plus, I was already.
What kind of
listen,
Chinese are we talking? Was it from like she from the mainland?
She from out here. I don't.
She was born and
I
raised
said-
out here.
Yeah,
So she was American.
I don't really want to put too much emphasis on her. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What
I
was
wanna
the first? So what was the first? Because the only reason I put emphasis because you said you had 2 kids with her.
Yeah.
Out of, so you know what I'm saying? So
that's why I was about to get
and then
into.
you had multiple.
Yeah.
But out of
But
the
those are the
multiple,
last-
she had the first 2.
No, she didn't have the first 2.
Oh, but you went. So you double
My-
back for that one.
My oldest, let me tell you, my oldest is 35. I was already with them. They wasn't even in the picture yet. And then I met with the cousin, you know. And
Wait. You know what? You said the oldest is 35. Who that one belongs to?
The oldest one is 35. Her name is Dolores.
What's her ethnicity?
She's Italian and black.
So that's the first cousin.
Yeah, she the first one. She the very first.
So she
the first.
out of
number
everybody,
one
she
baby
the
mama.
claim, she the number
Yeah,
one.
She the number one.
Okay, so everybody else is fucking up.
Yeah,
Okay.
she the number one.
Everybody else, so now for what it is, call a spade now. Your wife was fucking up.
I wasn't even with her at the time.
Because out of all of them, you said she the one that knew.
Now at the time, when I met her, listen, when I met her, she wasn't, you know.
She was on time, nigga.
She
You're
was
on
on
time
time.
now.
Now listen, she was on time, but she didn't tell me.
That's what
how
I'm
it
saying to
happened.
you.
Yeah, she didn't
That's what
tell
I'm
me.
like. So you were unknowing that she was a part of the family,
So
but
once,
she was on
so
your
once I
ass.
found out,
She already knew what's
yeah.
up.
So once I found out, I was like, fuck it. You know what I
Okay.
mean? And then
So that's what I was saying. It was like a beef with the in family type shit.
Yeah, there
She
was
knew what's up. She
yeah.
said that's mine.
But
Okay.
she wasn't no joke though, so she wasn't gonna run up on her anyway. So.
Yeah, for sure. So instead of running up on her, she took her man, and she made her man hers. House and home. I ain't mad at her.
And then I
Okay.
split it up with that one. Then end up going to stay with the Chinese joint.
So hold on. So the first one was the first Italian John. Who was the second one?
My wife today.
Okay, so the second one was your wife today. So that was her vengeance route type shit. And then you was with her. So you was with her. So you started off with two.
So now I broke up with this
Hold
one.
on now,
Listen,
'cause you done changed the
mixing,
story.
No, you mixing the story up. You got when you
I
say
thought she
that.
was the latest.
Nah, my wife is the latest.
Right.
So listen, just listen.
Okay.
My first baby mom's Dolores. Her name is Dolores.
Okay.
My second, my
Go
wife.
with ethnicity. That's how we gonna remember.
Yeah. So Nessie, Italian and black.
Okay.
So Italian and black again is my wife.
So number two was Italian and black,
Yes.
and that's your wife.
Yes. That's
Okay,
my
so
wife.
number two was your wife.
So I ain't jumped the gun.
Who
It
was
go-
number three?
Hold on. I go Dwight. It goes Keisha. Remember I tell you about my son Keyshawn. He's older, so he fits right there in the second, right there. So we skipping over. You know what I mean?
Nah, hey, you
no.
can't really skip over a birth, my nigga.
Nah,
One come
I'm not
before
skipping
the other.
over birth. I'm just trying to tell you that how it is. Dwight, Keyshawn. I'm gonna tell you how to birth. Dwight, Keyshawn, my son Antoine.
So who Dwight belonged to Black
Dolores.
and okay. Who Keyshawn belonged to?
Keisha.
And
listen, Kay.
that's your baby mother.
That's my baby mom.
No.
Yeah,
Your
she's
wife.
my baby. No, she's not my wife. My wife's name is Tammy.
So what is your so
Italian
Keisha? Okay, so that's the second cousin.
Yes. No, she's not cousin.
She not even a cousin.
Keisha's not a cousin.
Oh damn, you ain't. So you got a type that you like.
Nah, there was.
You got a type that you like now.
Nah, there ain't no
So
type.
if you got three of, so you said three of them was cousins, but four of them Italian and black. So you
Three.
got a type that you
Three.
like.
Three.
So wait, one of the cousins is not Italian and black. What are they? Italian or what?
Black and one Chinese. That's 5 baby moms. Italian, black is 3 of them.
So three of them cousins.
One black and one Chinese.
Hold on now.
So
Three of them cousins. So three of them Italian and black, right?
3 and then
So,
2.
but the
Chinese
second one
and black.
so the second one, she's Italian and black,
No, the
but she's not a
second one,
cousin.
no, you mixing it up.
Okay.
Keep saying the same thing twice.
What the second one?
The Italian black is, listen, Italian black is Dolores. Second one name is Keisha. She's black.
Oh, just black.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That's
that
what I
makes
said.
sense.
So
Yeah.
now,
Yeah.
my wife, she's Italian,
Yeah.
and black.
Yeah.
Then
Keisha
then another one is
Keisha
Chinese.
sound black.
Yeah, that's what I said. Then the other's Chinese. And then my last
What's
one.
her name?
Well, the Chinese, her name is Njeri.
What?
Njeri.
Okay.
And then my last one, Celinda. Her name is Celinda. And she's black and white.
Black and white.
Her mom is
Her name is Celinda.
yeah, her mom is white. You know what I mean? Her mom is black and white. Then her father is black. You know what I mean? You know, you mixing me up. That's why I'm trying to.
No.
You mixing me up though.
I'm
That's
just trying
why.
to make
You
sure
ain't
I'm
got
up to
none of this
speed
shit.
on
Huh?
what's going on.
Huh?
No, go ahead.
What, Kim?
Go ahead, man.
You had too much. Here.
I can see Celinda as black and white.
She cool as fuck though.
She black and white.
She cool.
Does she look more black than white?
She look more black and white. Pass the split, man. Don't let the split sit. Let me smoke with you, man.
I got you. Sorry, nigga, you had me on the edge of my seat.
Well, that's how the type of story. That's the life.
That's what I'm
The
saying.
life is that.
Shit.
Is that. You know what I mean?
That was a story for real.
It's real, man.
So how do you deal with the stress in every days? But you don't even
I
got the
smoke.
kids no more.
Shit, I'm
So how
grown.
long were you in jail?
Bro,
For
I
them
did like
life?
18 months. That's about it.
So 18 months. That's the first.
Yeah, you did long
All together.
All together. So the first time you did a year, the next time you did 6 months. Okay. So you was sort of a part of their lives.
Yeah, I was.
What kind of jobs did you have again?
I was hustling.
You was okay. Well, it makes sense why you was hustling. I ain't mad
It
at
was
it.
easy to give you. Come on, you know that.
Well, you
look,
needed money.
Take this.
You couldn't wait
Hush.
for that 2 weeks.
Hush.
It's a lot of
Hush.
yeah.
Hush.
Yeah. I mean, I
So
can't
now,
relate.
so when I came home, I had to get these gigs to support them. That's all. And look, when I came home, I didn't have them go child support officer. I went and did it myself, so I don't have to go through none of that shit. All the way until they was grown, 18. One of my sons came to me, was like, Dad, I didn't even know you was paying child support.
Shit.
He found some old envelope papers and came to me. You know, when the kids get of age, they want to know shit. They want to know what happened with you and your mom. They want to know.
Yeah.
I had that.
Because when kids are getting older and they start once they become conscious of themselves and they realize, oh, I remember this. Y'all making memories. Y'all got memories. How long y'all knew each other and when
Yeah, I had that.
Yeah. That is, I ain't gonna lie.
And the thing
as a father, that is a very wonderful experience to go through. And then you really, you know what I'm saying?
It is. Let me tell you mine, though. Let me tell you mine. It opened them up to be who they are today. Because they want to know where they come from. And they just can't get the mama story. The mama's going to sit there and, come on, think about it. I'm going to tell you my point of view with each of their moms. Your father ain't shit till you about 18 years old. Until he come find out for himself and talk to his father.
Either. That's just
Huh?
that's not
Yeah, until they come and talk to me. And one thing I never did is bash their mother to them. That's one thing I would never do. Tell them if their mother was a hoe and jump off, she's doing a whole bunch of shit she was. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna tell them that. You know what I mean? Let their mother live. She ain't let me live. Why would do what she did to me when, you know what I mean? It don't make no sense. Word. Why do that? Never. One thing you gotta do, if you got kids, but don't bash the mom. Don't bash the mom to the kids.
Absolutely not.
Don't
You
never do that.
No,
don't never,
absolutely not.
ever in your life do that. Cause they ain't gonna like you. You do that.
Cheers.
You want to keep. If it's out there that you fucked up, keep it out there. Cause it's out there. Don't give them nothing to be like, yo, I hate your mom, because you know that if you got a mom that
When the light is shed on your wrongdoing, don't point at another.
yeah, you can't, cause it ain't gonna work for you. If you going, like you said, that's the silver lining. If you go that route, it ain't gonna work for you.
Hit that one time for the troubles.
Come on, man, this ain't one time. It's 2 times. Nah, but the word of the story though, man, I was a lost brother running around, man, without my parents, man. And without that, man, I was just lost, man. For to be here today, I thank God. Give it to God, man. I know they up there watching me, you know what I mean? So I make sure I do what I do. And I gotta be honest with myself, not just
Did you instill, do all of your kids have the same religious belief?
Oh, yeah.
Wait, yes, they're all Christian based, or?
Nah, it's Christians who believe in God. That's
Okay, just
They don't
not
gotta
even
be
so
no
much
religion.
Christian as long as they believe in God.
There gotta be no religions.
They don't
You
have
know that religions is man-made, so you can't get into all that.
Absolutely. Okay.
Just read the Bible.
Okay.
That's all you gotta do. Your
Read the
mother
Bible.
taught you how to read the Bible. Read and get your true understanding. I can sit here and
Well,
tell
that's
you about
man-made
it.
as well, though.
I can sit here and tell you about it, but you gotta go fact check for
Okay.
yourself with the man telling you.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I can sit here and tell you about the Bible. That's my understanding. It ain't yours. You know what I mean?
Okay, so you let them read the Bible to build their
Yeah.
own relationship
You
with
gotta
God.
believe in God. You have to believe in God. You gotta have a faith system. You gotta have it. You gotta have it in order
You know
to
what?
make it in this world.
Something before we wrap up. This is gonna be the last
Do
last
your
topic.
thing, man. I like this shit, man. People
When
gotta ask
I
me
was
questions, 'cause
younger-
I'm not ashamed.
When I was younger, and I was coming up, and my grandmother, rest in peace,
Thank God. That's the
both
wisdom.
of them.
The wisdom. Mine's too.
I had a very strong Christian-based household, and we used to go to church every Sunday. Used to make me go to.
Why you stop?
Study. I'm gonna go back. I'm starting to go
Yep.
back. Shout out to Mount Airy. And that's also where I was going to church.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I was going there and I was reading the Bible, and then I'm not gonna lie, my perception on God and the way they would explain things to me, yeah, there was a healer. He's always there, he's watching. They made God seem, not the way they made it seem, I perceived him to be a little bit more scary. You know what I'm saying?
is.
Yeah, and that was like, I'm not gonna lie, like I was a very God-fearing
Can I say
child.
something? When you to feel that way, you should be.
Right, and then at the time, I think I was probably
What,
like,
God was walking around, hey.
I don't know if I was like, I don't know if between
Hello,
like
can I
10,
shake your hand?
probably like 13.
God said he
something
stand
like
up. When you saw God, they saw God, saw a stern man.
that. No.
Tell you that in the Bible.
And I was talking about more how God smites and how he's all seeing
Okay.
of a lot of things and making certain shit happen.
Yeah.
The devil being there,
Yeah.
him being all powerful, but watching this motherfucker just fuck shit up. And you could be the aftermath in between, and it matters, but doesn't matter because you're gonna die and you're gonna come to me. And I was like, damn, I don't wanna die. And a lot of that. And it was like, yo, if you stay on the path of this, then you're not, and a lot of this won't befall you. But it still may. Just be prepared that comes with it, and have faith that God will save you from this, or you will be saved after.
You
So
know,
I
we
was
in the
like,
last
damn.
days. You
Well,
know, we
hold
in the
on, let me
last
finish.
days.
So I'm like, damn, okay. Then the Passion of the Christ came out. I got a visual, my first real visualization of what, not God, but what Jesus was going through and what the devil looked like. At the time, when you look at it now, it's still horrific. But at the time, it was like, oh my God.
I can remember where
You
I
know
was
what I'm
at
saying?
when I saw that movie.
So, I was in Yonkers when I saw that movie.
I was in Virginia on the trip.
So,
Saw it.
when I went, and even going forward, I was like, damn. I had more of a fear to do,
His work.
not his work, but just as one, that it was different for me. I didn't feel the need to go to church because he's all seeing. There was no need to confess as many things as much as there was to profess my apology. But he knows this, and you know what I'm saying? In creating in his image, I didn't feel like God was a mind reader. I do feel like you can pray within your mind and it will reach him. You know what I'm saying? But I do feel like a large part of that is praying and putting those thoughts into words. Because it's always careful what you ask for, and God delivers, always. He's always listening. It's exactly. You know what I'm saying? So, and if people always say God is listening, sometimes, always as well, the devil is listening. He will take advantage of and put something in front of you so you can, you know what I'm saying? That'll look like a gift from God. So I was like, yo, and looking at that, I was scared, and looking at like a lot of the different futures, just what I can do, and I'm like, damn, I don't want to go to hell. I don't want to do the wrong, like, for what is unforgivable? I was always taught that no matter what the sin is or how grave, even if you were at times a murderer, or, you know what I'm saying? You could change, repent, and you can turn a new leaf.
Because he gave you the grace.
He'll give you that chance and that grace. But in that same, you have to atone. Not just it's given to you. So always I was thinking of, with every step that I take, I need to be thinking of a way to atone. And then I was also thinking, God forbid, right? And that's even asking a lot, because that's commanding his powers. It don't work that way. So I'm like, yo, I passed away here. Are the things that I look at so far and how I am, and in looking at him, or just certain ways in such fear, is that wrong?
No.
Am I wrong? You know what I'm saying?
No,
am I
not at all.
wrong for that? How is he going to see that? How is he going to, you know what I'm saying?
You question him?
I question myself.
That's good. I'm gonna say it like this. When you young, like even right now, like at your age, there's not a true understanding of who he is. But for you to say that at your age, that you say you stop going to church, you say you fear that, man, that's enough.
Yeah.
That's enough right there.
But that's not the sign of respect or belief.
But no, that's what I'm saying.
The
So,
belief it.
let me tell you this though. Why do you fear? What is your
belief?
What do you believe?
I believe he's here. I believe
That's
he's
a good question. That's a great question right there.
I believe he loves me. I believe he'll accept me no matter whom I am or choose to be, even though he knows of the infinite possibilities who I will be in the outcome when he calls for me. You know what I'm saying? My fear at times is, will that be enough? Will I be enough at that time?
But that's the good part. Somebody must not have told you the good news. Like that's why everybody goes out in the world and try to share this. The good news is that he know you're not gonna be enough. He know we all gonna fail. We all gonna fall short. Like he know that even a pastor in the pulpit, yes, they get held under like higher responsibility, but he knows that even they got flesh. Even they might see a big booty and be like, damn, like you know, and gotta be like repent. Like it might sound crazy, but he know like we all gonna be struggling with something. That's the good news. That's why he sent Jesus on the Christ, Jesus Christ to die for us. But a lot of people try to distract us from that because they don't want you to get the good news. They want you to keep thinking that you're gonna get the glory because of all the work you did. When he's like, I did the work. That's why the last thing he said and it was, it is finished. Because he's saying like he never even had to meet you to die for you. And then it's like that's how you know he love you. You know anybody who never met you, but is like, I'm about to lay my life down for you? Everybody talk about they looking for a ride to die. And Jesus is like, I'm right here. But everybody be like, nah, forget him, bro. Do the new age, do the this, do the that. And it's like, nah, the truth is they don't want you to have the good news so you can free yourself, so you can stop stressing out, and so you can get the real things he promised. The last thing I'm going to say is he said, I have plans for you. So, yes, you got plans for yourself. He said, my plans are good for you to prosper, for you to do good things. But a lot of people don't want you to know that because if you did, you'd be on a whole nother level. So
stand up and give. Yo, you gotta stand up and give. You gotta stand up and give. Yo, for real, I gotta stand up and give. I'm gonna stand up too. Y'all gotta stand up and give.
My sister, I'm sorry, bro. I want to hear everything y'all say. I want to hear everything, but I want to say this. My sister,
For real, seriously.
yo, listen,
That was enough.
I felt the power of God coming from you. As it should be shown. As you should speak up and not make an argument, but you should be able to talk and present and to be able to articulate the word of God. The Bible also say like you don't argue about it either. Like so, it's not an argument, but it's like you said, bro. You asked a question.
Yeah.
She gave her honest opinion with it, and she came.
No, we
and,
be
no, for sure.
We be talking like that.
And that's why I was like, yo, it's not so much. It's the part of decision, because just as there's here, there is hell.
You gotta know that.
We don't know how that decision is made ultimately.
That's the answer. That's the he died. If you say I accept Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior, you are. That's what he's saying. Whoever. Last thing, John 3:16 says, "Whoever shall believeth in me shall have everlasting life. Shall not perish but have everlasting life." That's the good news. That's the promise. That's what he's promising you. But again, the world is telling you, don't worry about that because they want you to go down.
That
They
part
want you
right
to go
there,
down.
though. That's why I stand up.
That was the part I'm like, yo.
And you want to know what? I was born and raised in the church.
All of us.
Sometimes you gotta ask for understanding.
No, but you got to, brother. And you want to know what? And what makes which it's a conversation where like
With him.
not a lot of people can have this conversation with me right now.
They don't even want to.
You can have a question and you get an answer. A lot of times, people that you ask the questions to is not equipped to give you the answer that you're looking for.
I'm glad you said that, because as a child, the same questions that I have as an adult, when I ask these questions and I would have another question, I'd be seen more as problematic, and I just get struck up with the shot. Yes. And that's when I was like.
And now go back to what my last statement I just said. some people are not equipped to answer certain questions that you have, and the ignorance. And I don't want to call nobody but
one man planted, another man watered, and God bring the increase.
All I'm saying is, like, bro, the ignorance is and that's what it is when you don't know something. It's ignorance. When you speak upon something that you don't know nothing about, that's the fear. That's the real fear. And so you brush it off, you cut it off,
fear what you
boom,
do.
and you don't want to talk about it because you can't talk about it.
Yeah, y'all, you know, this is real though, because I've been thinking, I'm like, I want to do this podcast, I want it to be about, like, you know, talking about, like, God, but I'm like, I want to have real conversations. Like, I'm tired of the church conversations where they just be like, will you accept Jesus into your heart? Like, we going through real stuff. We supposed to read out here. People going through relationships. People going through anxiety, depression. People going through a whole bunch of identity stuff. Like,
that's important right there. You heard what you said, the identity. You don't know who you are and where you come from. Who are you as a black person? Who are you as a black person? Who are you as a black person in America? Do you know the slave trade? Do you know all that? They tell you in the Bible, you read it. Like, I ain't gonna hold you. I was telling Kim, I had a discussion with my boy, and he came to my, like, where the side I live on, is, you know, the Dominicans running, and he Haitian, and he ran up in there, and he was in there, you know, the dude was giving him slack because he don't like Haitian. He's like, yo, man, why did the Dominicans don't like Haitian? And asked Kim, he went in the Bible, and it's right there in the Bible that they don't like each other. They practice the same instrument, and that instrument is the Santeria and the voodoo. It says it in the Bible. It says, I'm gonna tell you, Genesis, if I'm not mistaken, chapter 49, verse 5 said the Simeons and the Levites, your brethren, that y'all gonna not, says son about y'all not gonna like each other because y'all practice the same thing, but something's gonna happen. It says something is gonna happen to them.
Dang, what is it? Genesis what?
I think it's 49 or 39, verse 5.
I'm gonna tell you one thing. Like I said before, I'm gonna state this again. Born and raised in church and still go to church every Sunday. My nigga, one thing you're not gonna get from me. Yo, I'm apostolic.
Okay.
I'm apostolic, been born and raised apostolic, but I play music. So I was introduced to many non-denominations or denominations, or I don't know the correct saying of it, but I've been in everybody's church, and what I learned out of everything is, yo, real talk, bro. Everybody is serving the same God. But the thing is, it's just the limits that they put on it and what they do, like, and what you, like, you know what I'm saying? Some niggas say it's okay to drink wine. Jesus drunk wine. Like, it's like, some niggas say it's okay to do this and then it's okay to do that. My thing is, I just really, me personally, and I'm not the judge or the jury, and I'm just saying what I have learned out of my lifetime and being around. I know God is real. That's for one.
For sure.
I didn't see him work in my life, and I didn't see him do miraculous things in my life, and not even in my life, and everybody, like anybody else's life around me. The thing is, we get caught up in our life and what we got going on. Look around you. Take a step back. You gotta step outside the box so you don't. When you in the box, nigga, everything is attacked. Everything is you.
Let me sum it up for you. I said like this: when I was going through, like you said, with the kids and shit and all that, I was doing it my way. When I started doing it his way, I could see
shit started working a little better. Shit started
working better for me.
And you only gotta be perfect. You just gotta make a step.
Perfect?
Bro, when it comes to God, bro, you don't gotta be perfect because you're not going to be perfect.
Why are you trying to be perfect?
Nobody's going to be perfect, bro.
Yo, listen.
A conversation.
That's what people hurt themselves. Why are you trying to go perfect?
A conversation that I had with Kim the other day. It was about marriage and how no one is perfect. And what it ended up boiling down to, what we was talking about, it was like, we was talking about how we see things. And I wanted a real, not an argumentative way. I was asking him, yeah, just so I could really understand. Because he was like, yo, when things go wrong, and feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. When things go wrong, I talk to God, I ask for forgiveness for the things that I did or I can see wrong and the things that I can't see wrong. When things go good, I give all the glory to God. He said, yes, I worked, but I was always only an instrument of God. I made it to this position. I was able to say this. The thoughts came to me. The work was put in. It was the work through God. And I said, so you don't take any credit, like you don't, you know what I'm saying, just self glory, and you know what I'm saying, the thing that really builds that bravado. This is me. I did this. I can make you a star, boy. I can make you rich if I want to. You know how many people I can make money? You know what I'm saying? That, because I've been drunk with the bravado before. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, good.
So when it was, I reached that level through just a different understanding. And it took me time just going through life and understanding. And I talked with God. You know what I'm saying?
You're supposed to.
So I wanted to understand, and even at that time, that was a few weeks ago, or last week, rather.
Gotta have
it wasn't like, and it's not like I don't give glory to God in the greater and the overall of my accomplishments, and I give glory to my shit. I got a lot of friends that didn't make it here. I got a lot of friends that's in jail.
I got a story.
Hold on. For one reason or another. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I'd be like, yes. I always give, I'm here through God. Because I done been in a lot of situations where I wasn't really supposed to make it out. Or I wasn't even supposed to be. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I was about to go into it.
And a lot of shit could have went just super left. I did a lot of stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? I done been around a lot of other people doing stupid shit, co-signed it, or just stood around and didn't stop them. Didn't derail or try to put them on a different, you know what I'm saying? So now, and when I realized that, even as Nikki, as I reconnected with people, even as Kim and yourself, as I started reconnecting with people, at a point in time, my perspective on everything changed, and I was like, yo, everybody that I met when I was hustling, and I was like, yo, I got this for you. And of course they want this because this is the hot commodity. You know what I'm saying? This is what they came for. I sat down and talked with them. So it was never like, yeah, you just my flex. Nah, you my peoples. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's real.
I got friends and people that when I was hustling, I'm about to drop the big bag. For what? Do you do this or like this? Or what are you trying to do? Like, I'll really talk with you. You know what I'm saying? And instead of just taking your bread or something like that, yo, this is something else you could be doing. Let's talk about your life and what you're doing, because sometimes the motherfucker just need to sit down and smoke one L and talk instead of being mad as fucking buying a half that they're not gonna smoke.
You know what that tell a lot about you?
You know what I'm saying?
You know what that tell a lot about you? What? You grew in those times. That's what I just heard. You said from the time you hustled to now. I heard growth. That's what I heard. You know what I mean? I didn't hear nothing. I heard you said when you hustling around your friend and you did this. I ain't listened to none of that. I just heard what you for yourself.
Should I be honest?
I heard the growth part.
A big part of when I was.
You said you your perspective.
Yeah.
So that's everything. Your perspective changed in time to see those things. If you didn't see those things, you wouldn't be able to speak these things today.
Even when I wasn't hustling, I was hustling though. So like I was building businesses. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So and
peoples are relations.
I was trying to put my peoples and friends on around me that I cared about in ways, and
they didn't care about yourself.
It wasn't about that. When I realized just because I could make it and thrive and I could build this environment, I'm built for this. You know what I'm saying? It's like certain people aren't built for certain things. Certain people can't, they're not, and it's not just like they're just not built to do it at all. It's not their time for that, to make that change. They're not willing to make that change. You know what I'm saying? And that's another, so I'm like, yo, my main thing, and that's how I ended up going back. I started hustling because I need shit. And then it turned into, all right, well, I want to get high for free. Keep it a bean. I wasn't like never no prolific nigga. And then it turned into, all right, well, I want to get high for free, but beyond I want to get high for free, I only saw it as a way to get high for free because I was sitting here building businesses, moving company, dog grooming service, dog walking service, and trying and struggling to pull motherfuckers in every day to get $20 an hour type shit. Wow, and this is in the time when niggas was giving minimum wage at fucking $12 an hour. Less than that, it was like $11 an hour. You know what I'm saying? And I couldn't get niggas to come to work for this shit. And I'm like, what the fuck?
I wish I did.
I'm like, yo, you could be a dog. I'm like, yo, you could be my dog bather if you want. If you don't really want to get in. And I'm like, for them, it's the image and what it is. And when you start talking about, you know what I'm saying? Fuck the money for them. And it's not, they gotta, you know what I'm saying? And for that part, I was like, all right. And then that's what got me. Well, I can get high for free because all you want to do is get high or sell weed or sell drugs.
So what did you do to eliminate that?
It was big bang, take little bang. And then who you know.
Did you cut them off or you kept them around?
No, I never cut. So one thing about me is I don't cut friends off. Mm-hmm. There's people that I'm like, arm's length you. You know what I'm saying? But I never cut you off. You can always travel back. You can always come chop it up with me. You can always come talk with me. I might arm's length you because you're not at a point in time in life where I could really help you or that might hinder me. It's not about what you can do for me. If I can't help you or you're going to hinder me, we need to take a little bit of a step back. You know what I'm saying? And it's not even so much about a break, just a step back. You might not be in my everyday, we talking all the time.
But what
and a big part of that comes from, not even so much what are you trying to build and what way are you trying to build? What do you need to build? You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
And sometimes it's not about what I can actually give you. It's just about, you might be taking too much from what, you know what I'm saying? I can't pour into a mind or pour into people. So I just turned 30, right? I had a conversation.
My two boys are there.
That's beautiful. So they're big as hell too. So I just turned 30. I had a conversation with my closest friends and I'm like, nigga, I just turned 30. I spent the last 10 or 11 years of my life, or rather 13 years of my life, trying to make ways to bring new niggas in, to bring people in, to build something to bring people in. The only thing that seemed to have worked was for a majority of that time, drugs, weed. Plugging you into this and this and this, and then it's just dumb shit.
Right.
Don't get me wrong, and there's a bunch of shit I want to do. And it's not that I don't know how to do it, or I'm not able to do it. I'm just like, damn, I'm helping you do this, and I'm helping this person
do this. Is it time too? You got a lot of other things you got.
I'm like, even though this is just this to me, or this might just be a little bit of this to me, for you, this is a way of life. And I see that. And me really wanting to help you, and then saying that, you probably just need time so I can help you see what I'm saying. It doesn't work like that. You can't accelerate somebody else's stage in life.
That's a fact.
To get to where you want to be because you want
that.
Exactly. And that's why I was like, I had the same conversation with Kim, with a friend James, with Nikki. I said, you cannot force somebody. It's about focusing on one or maybe two things. you can't give somebody a job outside the scope of what they're doing or what they want to do and expect this. Or hold them to a standard.
All of them want
this.
that though. All of them want that.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
And that's when I was like, yo, don't get me wrong, I'm multi-talented. I could sit down, I could make the beat, I could rap, I could fuck around, I could get the person for this, I could write the song for you, I might not be, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I could sit down, I could shoot the video for you, I could do the editing for you, I could do the pictures on the B-roll and all this, you know what I'm saying? I could do this for you, I could sit down, we could do an interview, I could shoot your skit for you, I could make a commercial for you. Beyond all of, we could sit down and make this multimedia shit happen and be like, yo, when you can do so many things and it's like, let's do something. All right, what? Then you hold yourself to a standard of here.
But remember what you just said? A lot of them don't know, might be afraid.
If I can do everything and I'm trying to do everything, how much do I complete in a day?
Now think about this. How about all those dudes that you know, like you said, you don't cut them off? How about if they come in here and watching you and you rub off on them? Most of the time, that's how it happens.
Well, my main thing was I could do all of these things, but I could do all of these things because I was willing to sit down and try, and then learn, and then willing to be bad at doing all of these things to start being better. Or be willing in a certain amount of, not everybody is willing to do that for so many things, if not one thing. When this is a way of life, and I don't have to struggle doing this, or I don't see a future in this because that doesn't make money. This is not going to pay a bill right now.
Exactly.
It's easier for me, or you know what I'm saying?
I do.
That's where it'll be like, yo, it's easier for them to be like, nigga, before I go sit down and work for you, I'm gonna go hustle, or if I really fucking got to, I'm gonna go work at the McDonald's or the Wendy's if I got to. Or I'm gonna sit, you know what I'm saying?
So tell me this, how they gonna sit there and down themselves and not work with an entrepreneur?
Because
that's you heard what you just said, right?
Because when you
they don't want to take the money you got, but want to go work out.
Because when you sit down and you think about, and even though drug dealing in itself is a form of entrepreneurship,
it is,
and it's just a frowned upon way of it. There's certain lights that have made it legal.